folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the very windy Avon Park Aero Ballers Club here in Avon Park, Florida. I'm going to take up the Aeros Hobby Viper 50mm. Now, these little black patches are so I can add the easy lights, but that doesn't come on there. Now, this was the first release of the Viper, so I had to add my own receiver, and I added, well, you have to add a receiver anyways, but I added my own gyro receiver. I've got an Admiral Stability Plus in there that has self-level. I just use the AS3X though. If you were to buy one of these Aeros Vipers now, they come with a vector system, which is a stabilization, which you have stability mode, which is self-level, you have optimized, which is just wind mitigation, which is what I'll be flying in, and then no gyro at all. Then you put in whatever receiver of choice. If you were to buy this, you can get away with a 4-channel receiver, because you don't have rudder, so you can use that rudder channel to power and use all 3 levels of your vector system. All right, well, let's take her up. I like to hand launch this little guy and make sure my controls are working. Right, left, up, down, and I go full throttle, underhand toss. There we go. Let me back up, get behind my camera lady here. As you can see, very agile little plane. Let me get on the other side of the camera lady, my wonderful camera lady. I'm going to go out a little bit further towards the highway. Did you lose her? All right. It's awfully windy to be flying this little plane, but she seems to handle it really well. All right, try to land her now, maybe. Yeah, sorry about the roaring in the video. It's awfully windy, and with this mic, this is my new mic, so I hope you're liking the mic. I have the little dead cat things, little wind muffs or whatever you want to call them, coming in the mail tomorrow that will help a lot of this wind noise. But with the mic, I have 2 different modes. If I put it in the other mode or the noise cancellation, you can't hear the plane. And that's one of the nice things about RC videos, to be able to hear the roar of that plane or the engine. If I turn that off, all you hear is my voice, and then you can't hear the plane. Of course, the drawback of that is when it's windy, you get that wind noise. So I'd rather hear the plane. So anyways, we're going to take it up again. Got 2 more minutes still. Oh, I didn't turn my throttle off, did I? Well, she went right up, didn't she?
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right, let's. Okay, we're gonna go out towards the highway, honey. I'm gonna start slowing her down. Let her glide by a little bit. Now put the power back on. Take out towards the highway. All right. Out of the power and goose it. go a little further out. Well, that wind is carrying her out of the power completely. I'll land it. Whoa! I blew my hatch, man. I blew the hatch. But we're good, all's good. Put the hatch back on. We'll take it up one more time. Now you can see behind me how I throw the model. Motor's on. I grab the model just right behind where I can feel that top vane of the rudder, and I just give her a nice upward chunk at full throttle. And she'll just fly right out of your hands like that. I'm running an 1800 3S Supras brand LiPo. Get her nice in there. I'm going to come by. I'm going to take her back out towards the highway again. Out of the power. We're going to try to land it right on the runway this time. Motor off. All right. Flew for a solid 3 minutes pretty much. Let's check that battery. My rates I flew were 80% throws with 30% expo all the way around. This is my battery placement. That's an 1800. If you take your finger and put both your fingers in the very front of the plane there, that's where I've got that 1800. Okay, and she seems to CG really well right there. That is on the battery, I don't know, this is an older battery. It's called Supulse, S-U-P-U-L-S-E, Supulse, 50C discharge 1800 milliamp with an XT60 connector. Flew her pretty hard, a lot of takeoffs, flybys, 52% left. Not bad at all. All right, well there you go. And this, like I say, this has the, this doesn't have the vector system, but yours will if you buy this. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. This one is not a sponsored plane. This plane I bought this with my own money. And, but I love Hobby Zone products and I love the Ailerons products. I'll put a link in the description of this video for the purchase of this plane, which as I checked today, what is it, the 22nd of August 23, and they were in stock when I checked this morning. So, hard plastic canopy. Got a really great, if you want to go all overhanded, there's a place to hold it there, but I prefer this size plane, do it underhanded, but that's just me, whatever's comfortable for you. You got skids all the way around, so that way if you land, you see the black areas, that's where land on this Geotech. But I'll put a link to the purchase of this plane in the description of this video. If you'll put in my code FGFRC, which stands for Fat Guy Flies RC, you can take $10 off the price. I want to say it's $169, $179, something like that, but you can take $10 off the price and get it better in price. So that code should be good, you know, pretty much for all the time. So great little plane, very stable as far as a jet goes. Would make a good beginner jet using that vector system on a calm day. I would not, don't fly on I got 10, 15 mile an hour winds and this light little plane. try a 5-mile-an-hour wind day if you're going to be flying this little jet for the first time, and just give her a nice upward chunk at full throttle, and you shouldn't have any problem. Take off from the wind, land into the wind, let her keep her level, let her nose in, just glide right in, slight flare at the end, and she'll slide right in for you. All right, folks, y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then little jets.